What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Nick and Russell back here again, and welcome to another episode. Of course, so this is in the month of Cinetober. Welcome to our review of Halloween 2018. As you can tell by the expression on my face, this movie is good. This movie is great. I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way now. I'm just going to say I had no problems with this film whatsoever.
I didn't either.
This movie was amazing. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this truly feels like a true sequel to Halloween.
Yes.
And I'm just going to go ahead and say this right now. Please go watch this movie. One, if you are a fan of horror, thriller, or if you're even a Halloween fan, you will do yourself a great dishonor if you do not go watch this movie. This movie is amazing. It's so suspenseful. It's got great homages. The intensity. This movie literally is breathtaking. And by that, I mean as soon as the film started, after things started to pick up, oh, it was so tough for me to breathe because, like...
I heard you.
One thing about this movie always makes you wonder, where is Michael? Where could Michael pop up? This movie has great scares. This movie actually has really good characters. I loved what they did with the character of Laurie Strode. I liked... They kind of like made her granddaughter kind of how Laurie was, but like a little bit more, a little stronger.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the actresses' names except Jamie Lee Curtis. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for bringing us back Halloween.
Yep.
Thank you so much for bringing us this amazing character, this amazing film, and this movie was a dedication to Mustafa Akkad. Thank you, John Carpenter. This movie is amazing.
Oh yeah.
I love another thing that they do is the fact that when Michael is unmasked.
Oh yeah, they never show his face.
No, they never show you his face, and I thought that was great. I was like, there's like a couple shots like where you can see it, but they have it to like where it's so panned back you cannot make out what his face looks like. There was one time like where you see like a quick second, but you cannot tell what it is because like they do it just so quick. The acting is good. We have a lot of smart characters in this movie.
We do.
I don't think there was a single dumb character at all.
No.
I like how they focused on of why her daughter is as rude as she is, and like how she is towards her mother. And the fact of the matter is that this movie builds on the effect that night had on Laurie and what she did to her child to help her prepare for if Michael ever comes, or just to prepare for the world in general. Because the whole entire setup of this movie, and I'm not going to really try and go into spoilers, but I'm just going to go over a quick synopsis of the film. The whole thing with this is, it has been, what I think they said 40 years, 40 years. 40 years. Since that night on Halloween. And I think 1978, I think.
Yeah, 1978.
Yeah, 1978. And... Michael has been incarcerated once again, and I'm glad that they never showed us how Michael was caught. I actually am glad that they never showed us that he was caught. They always, like, one of the things I always thought was so interesting is everybody's like, the thing is, like, there's people in this movie who kind of treat Michael like he's a myth. It's like, Michael Myers, yeah, okay, what's so important about someone who killed all these babysitters like 40 plus years ago, and everyone's like, oh, Michael's not that dangerous. He's been silent for 40 years. What's he gonna do now? And the fact I love how like they even touch on Dr. Loomis. We don't have the great Donald Pleasance, unfortunately. He passed after making The Curse of Michael Myers. But
however, you could say he did have a brief cameo.
He had a cameo because
a very brief one.
Yeah, because of the people in the beginning of the movie, they're showing like recordings of Loomis. They're doing their research. And it was just good to get that in there. And the fact of the matter, this movie sells you on one thing. Michael is the boogeyman. That's what this movie sells you on. He is the boogeyman. He is what go bumps in the night. He is evil incarnate. That is one of the reasons why Michael has never, ever died. That's why he has never died, is because it's like John Carpenter said before, like either while making this movie or after it, true evil never dies. That was his point. And Michael Myers is pure evil incarnate. That's what he is. This movie sells you on that. It makes you believe that there is what goes bump in the night, and Michael is that. Exactly. I loved this movie so much. I really want to go watch this again. As soon as like the movie was over, I was like, I want to go watch this again.
Yep.
I'm gonna buy this movie on Blu-ray. I can go ahead and tell you that. There is so many ingenious scares, and one of my favorites has to do with motion sensors. And I knew it was coming, but I just thought it was so ingenious because, like I said, this movie really sells you. You have no idea where he's gonna pop up. You know he's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
But they just sell you on like, where is Michael at? Where is he gonna pop up? You're always looking for him. It's intensifying.
There was one shot during the, I want to say towards the end of the second act of the film, that I wondered, why did they pan on that one specific thing?
What thing? I can't remember.
Well, it's spoiler territory, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
This will be like the only one spoiler territory thing.
Yeah.
If you don't want to hear it, this movie gets an A+.
Yeah,
Go
A+.
watch this movie. If you don't want to hear about the spoilers, because we might talk spoilers a little bit, I hope you enjoyed this review. Please go watch this movie. Do not wait until it comes out on DVD. Go watch this movie. It will definitely make you think about sleeping tonight.
Exactly.
Okay, well, if you all are here sticking around for the spoilers, let's talk about that one thing.
Okay, that one thing was when Lori and Frank come out and they meet each other. It's like, she's pointing her gun, and for some reason they zoom in on the gun, and I wondered why did they zoom in on that?
Probably because just to create the suspense of, like, is Michael behind the corner?
That, and I don't know, because in film language usually when they zoom in on something it's really important. So I wondered what was the significance of that gun.
I don't really think there would be any significance by that, because of a film like Halloween, that's how kind of like it was. Like, there is some zoom-ins and stuff like that, but I don't really think there was anything really important to it. Oh, and that's another thing. In this movie, they actually do bring a lot of characters.
They do.
Not a lot of characters, but they bring one or two characters back from the original who you may not recognize. There's a cop in the movie who was there that night when Michael was picked up by the police after he killed his sister.
Yep.
There's a lot of homages. We get a somewhat new Dr. Loomis. A somewhat new Dr. Loomis.
In all honesty, in my opinion, there were at least 3 dumb characters in the film. Just 3. The reporters and the doctor. Mainly because they were dumb enough to think, oh, Michael's human only, He's like, he's not, like, he's bad, but he's not what people say he is.
Yeah, I mean, like, and kind of the whole entire thing with that.
That's the only thing I found to be like, yeah, they're pretty dumb for thinking that.
Well, I can kind of understand that, but that was...
I understand that, but it's like, I don't know.
There was also that in the original and throughout the other films, when Dr. Loomis was spending his entire life hunting Michael down, people were saying, like, look, you're crazy. Michael is not what you say he is. And that's the whole entire thing. Some people don't think Michael is as dangerous as he is, and the whole entire thing, this doctor in this movie, and I love how even, like, Laurie shows, oh, you're the new Dr. Loomis. I was like,
yeah.
Is he? Is he really?
He's not. He's
not. The whole entire thing of this doctor's just wanting to be like, I want to know what makes Michael tick. And I'm like, nothing makes him tick.
Yeah.
He is evil incarnate. He only has one thing to do on this earth.
Yeah.
Murder.
Yep.
He has no other functions. It's like Dr. Loomis said. He met the 6-year-old child with this bland, pale, emotionless face, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. He spent 8 years trying to reach him and another 7 trying to keep him locked up because he knew what was behind Michael's eyes was purely and simply evil. And they sell that here too. Oh my gosh. Michael kills a kid. In the Halloween movies now, that probably because around that time they probably, well, we can't show children being killed or whatever, but Michael kills a kid. I was like, oh my gosh, they're not playing around.
Nope.
And the opening scene, I don't know if the opening was my favorite or if like that one scare, but this opening like sells you so hard that this is gonna be a good Halloween movie.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, this movie for me gets an A freaking plus.
Oh yeah, same here. A+.
I'm definitely buying this out on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah.
Part of me wants to say I want them to do a sequel, but another part of me says this needs no sequel.
No.
I think...
In my opinion, it goes like this. The first one, and this one. Nothing else exists. In my opinion, because if this is truly a true sequel, which I think it is, no, all the other ones should not really be counted as canon.
I can see that. I would say for me, it goes like this. You got the original Halloween. You got this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have another timeline, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers.
Okay.
That's actually not that bad. That's actually an interesting study on the whole evil prospect thing, and I'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah.
Halloween H2O is not that bad. A lot of people actually say, like, when you watch Halloween 1, you kind of got to watch Halloween 2 as well. Like, they go back to back. Although Michael has survived an infernary explosion, if they somehow bring him back, I'd be like, I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, in Halloween 4, they said that after Halloween 2, he's been in a coma for 20-something years.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, like, he wakes up. Which, I mean, hey, evil never dies.
That's what I was expecting, like, for them to pan back to the house and you, like, kind of just, like, show the mask or something there. I'm like,
That's what they did.
yeah, guess what? He's
That's
still there.
That's what they did, and actually, at the end of Halloween 2, when Dr. Loomis blew up the room he was in with Michael, the final, or like one of the final shots of the film is you actually see Michael's mask burning.
Okay.
So yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Cinetober Behind the Wheel. Cinetober Behind the Wheel. Put in the comments below if you have seen the new Halloween movie. What did you guys think? Put that in the comments below. Hope you guys are enjoying the season of October. It's starting to get cold. Bundle up. And you know what? Everyone is entitled to at least one good scare. Have a good night, guys, and have a happy Halloween.